We're going to grow from it. We're going to learn from it. Tucson, Arizona. Adversity proved to be one of the many things 21st-ranked Utah was prepared for Friday night at Arizona. It came in handy as the Utes outlasted the Wildcats 30-24 in the Pac-12 opener for both teams. Senior quarterback Troy Williams, who stepped in when starter Tyler Huntley suffered an apparent shoulder injury in the second quarter, credits Utah coach Kyle Whittingham for having the team ready to weather some unfavorable circumstances. "We stayed the course. Coach Whitt talks a lot about adversity and just handling it," Williams said. "I feel like we did a great job of that tonight and we were able to come away with the win." The outcome, though, wasn't decided until late, after a series of tough situations that worked out in Utah's favor. Leading 30-17 after a 37-yard field goal by Matt Gay, the Utes weathered a late storm that began with a 30-yard touchdown pass from Arizona quarterback Brandon Dawkins to wide receiver Tony Ellison with 2:44 remaining. The Wildcats then recovered an onside kick.One play later, though. Utah got the ball back when cornerback Casey Hughes stripped the ball away from Dawkins and defensive lineman Chris Hart secured the fumble for the Utes. The game, however, was far from over. Arizona forced a punt after 3 plays and regained possession with just over 2 minutes left to play. That drive also ended with a turnover. Safety Corrion Ballard closed it out with an interception, Utah's 5th and final takeaway of the game. The Utes then snapped the ball twice and ran out the final 1:19 on the clock. "We just came together at the end," said Nickelback Boobie Hobbs, who noted that adversity is something the team doesn't shy away from. Utah's defense came through with interceptions from Ballard, Chase Hansen, and Javelin Guidry. The latter was returned 14 yards for a touchdown late in the third quarter, loosening up what was a tight 20-17 contest. Hobbs and Hart pounced on fumbles for the 2 other takeaways. "That's who we are as a defense," Hansen said. "We force turnovers, and on nights when we struggle those are big." Although the Utes, 4-0, 1-0, never trailed, they had trouble shaking off the pesky Wildcats, 2-2, 0-1. "You get a Pac-12 win on the road and it doesn't matter how it happens," Whittingham said. "I'm proud of our guys. Utah wound up having a few guys banged up. Besides Huntley, defensive end Kylie Fitts saw limited action and was seen on crutches." Whittingham was fairly optimistic about the injuries following the game. "Season ending? I would think not," said Whittingham, who acknowledged that they would know more in the next few days. "But I highly doubt that anyone is in that category. The Utes have a bye this week before hosting Stanford on October 7. Whittingham plans to give the team some downtime. He said the players have been working hard and the timing may be good, especially to get guys healed up, before a season-ending stretch of 8 consecutive Pac-12 games. Whittingham was pleased with how Williams performed in place of the injured Huntley. He led 3 scoring drives as the Utes remained in front. Williams completed 9 of 18 passes for 131 yards. "We're in a good place quarterback-wise. Obviously we want to get Tyler back as soon as possible. But Troy won 9 ball games for us last year and he was ready," Whittingham said. To his credit, when his number was called, he was ready because he practices the right way all week long. Williams, who started all 13 games in 2016, noted that it's just part of being a pro. He has been determined to stay ready, remain positive and support his teammates. All the while, Williams has maintained a mindset to be calm and collected, using his experience to help the team. It proved helpful as Utah won its 3rd consecutive conference opener. Williams entered the game in a 3rd and 9 situation and completed a 40-yard pass to Darren Carrington II to keep a drive alive. On special teams, Gay continued his run of perfection, making all 3 of his field goal attempts and pats in the game. The senior is now 14 of 14 in both categories this season. The defense excelled with the takeaways. However, Hansen said they were disappointed that Arizona rushed for 200 yards, 50 more than Utah wanted to allow. "Obviously we didn't achieve that and that's something that we are going to have to fix for a team like Stanford," said Hansen, who added that the problem was a little bit of what Arizona was doing and missed tackles by the defense. "We're going to grow from it. We're going to learn from it," he continued. "Glad we got the W." As evidenced by the finish, it wasn't easy. The favorable outcome, though, is the bottom line. "Altogether it was a good win, man, a great team win," Hobbs said. "We fight adversity all the time. There's going to be adversity," Hobbs explained. "We've just got to fight through it." Extra points, sophomore Zach Moss led Utah with 73 yards rushing. Williams had a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Carrington and Samson Nacua shared team high receiving honors with 4. Nacua caught an 8-yard TD pass from Huntley. Huntley completed 8 of 9 passes for 98 yards. Hobbs had a 48-yard punt return. Mitch Wisnowski averaged 63.9 yards on 7 punts. Bradley and Hart were credited with sacks. 7 Utah defenders made tackles for loss. Hughes had 2 forced fumbles. Sunia Tatilai led the Utes with 7 tackles.